Hello and welcome along to another video. You might be well asking, why am I stood in front of this scruffy hedge? Well, I'm proud to say that it's my scruffy hedge, and it's probably the scruffiest hedge on the estate at the moment. If you look round, you can see lots of other hedges that are really neatly trimmed and clipped, but all those hedges were cut sometime over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and in doing so they cut off all the privet flowers. This hedge gets left like this every year. 2 weeks ago, when I came out with my camera and I did a little bit of filming, this hedge was covered, particularly in the late afternoon, early evening, it was covered in butterflies, in bees, hoverflies, even wasps. So there was absolutely everything on this hedge feasting on the flowers. So I'm going to leave this hedge as it is for now. I'll give it another week or 10 days perhaps for all these flowers to finish flowering. Then I'll come out with the hedge trimmers and I'll give it a good cut and a good trim. Now, in the front of the sweet pea bed, it's a combination of nasturtiums, Morning Glory, there's Salvia amistad in there, there's also statice or sea lavender, and there's still a little bit of the old dreaded ribbon grass. But to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't mind the odd bit popping up here and there. It's when the ribbon grass really takes over the whole bed that I start to get a little bit worried. So this is the front of the sweet pea bed, and then the sweet peas go up there like that on their structure. Green thing getting going there. Now, this is a very interesting pot of Morning Glories. We have never done this before. We've always let them just do their own thing in the garden, but there were so many and they germinated so quickly, so early, that had we left them in the ground, they would have just literally taken over. So we took a big black pot, filled it with compost, and then I think I put 3 canes in, fastened them together, and then planted the small Morning Glory plants in there. Now they're providing us with this really nice display of Morning Glory, and they're quite happy to be climbing right to the top of the canes. Well, the lilies are doing particularly well this year. We've got this variety here which has a sort of a yellow stripe along the inside, and then this one over here is a sort of slightly speckled one, and they all look extremely nice in front of the white agapanthus. They've been in that pot now for absolutely donkey's years. We don't do anything to them. I can't even remember when I last changed the compost, to be perfectly honest with you, but they do seem to just keep coming back each year, and this is really putting on a show at the moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in flower, 13 or 14 more to come out, so that's going to give us a really nice display, and the scent is really quite pleasant as well. This morning was the first time in weeks that we've had any rain. I think it must have rained for about an hour, but it really did come down and it was really quite heavy. I think there's some more rain in the forecast. The clouds are looking a little bit sort of grey and black in places. Yeah, and I can hear some rumblings of thunder in the background. The job I'm about to do now is to actually trim back this this geranium. This one here is still putting out a few flowers, but this one has now completely finished flowering, and it's starting to produce seeds, which is really not what we're after. So what I'm going to do is actually clip it right back to the soil, which will leave a bit of a bare patch, but hopefully, now this has done this in the past, it will start to rejuvenate, and then we'll probably get some flowers in the later in the year. So it's a little bit brutal because you're inevitably cutting back a few new growth, but it's worked in the past and I don't see why it won't work again. Well, that's it then for this this geranium. I've clipped it all back, and there's 1 or 2 dead leaves in there which I'll tidy up later. Now what will happen, or what should happen, is that this will start to rejuvenate probably in about a couple of weeks' time. Once it realizes that there's no seeds and leaves on, it'll come back again, and hopefully we'll get another flush of dark blue flowers. Now this other geranium here, it's still in flower, but it's a little bit sort of straggly, and it's a little bit wild, so I shall give that a trim as well. In my last video I planted a packet of courgette seeds. Now in the past when I've planted courgette seeds I only need 2 or 3 plants at most, 4 at the very outside. So what I did was, over the years I've just planted 4 or 5 seeds, and more often than not perhaps 1 or 2 would have come up. So this time I decided to plant the whole lot. And although the packet said there was only 10 seeds in, there was actually 11. And so, as luck would have it, I planted all the seeds and absolutely every one has germinated. Now at the same time as I actually planted the courgette seeds, I also planted a packet of French dwarf beans, and this is the result. There's quite a few that haven't germinated. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 pots there that don't have anything in them at all, and then there's some that just got 1 or 2. But I'll plant these out on the allotment. I think these will do quite well.